Shankaran Pillai was in New York before the virus, I'm telling you. The time to oil the hinges in the door. No, I'm not speeding, I just now… It once happened. Shankaran Pillai was living in Tennessee. And he traveled up north. And he was driving on Highway 89, going north. A policeman pulled him over and he said, "You clearly overspeeding, over 25 miles above the speeding limit." He was doing 90. He said, "No, I am not speeding, I just now saw the board, it said 89, I'm just doing 90. So the policeman said, "I'm glad I stopped you right here because in another 2 miles you will be entering Highway 301. This happened. Once Shankaran Pillai was in New York before the virus, I'm telling you. And he married a young American woman and she had just received a largesse or over $10 million from her grand aunt. After a week of marriage, she found he was barely interested in her, but only in the things that came with her. Then she cornered him and asked, "Did you marry me only for the $10 million that came from my grand aunt?" He said, "Sarah, let me be frank with you, I really don't care from whom it came." So, you will find usually criminals are quite unprejudiced. They're like virus. Whoever you are, whatever you think you are, they'll get you. I want to give it up, I want to give it up, don't do all this. If you forcefully give it up, you will start doing some other crazy thing. This once happened. Shankaran Pillai one day was just leaving the office and his office colleague, a young woman, asked him, "Can you please drop me home today?" He said yes, like a gentleman, he took her, he opened the door, everything. They were driving. When a lonely stretch of road came, he stopped and suddenly he became like an octopus. That means he had 8 limbs. He was all over her. She pushed him away and said, "You fool, I got into your car thinking you're a decent fellow, what are you doing?" He said, I'm sorry, I quit smoking." So you don't do these things forcefully. This happened. Shankaran Pillai was sleeping in the night. His wife poked him with her elbows in the ribs, because rib and woman have some connection. At least it's believed, okay. So she gave it to him in the ribs, in the remaining ribs. Yeah, what? She said, "I heard the door squeaking." Ah, okay. slept. Again, now knocking, not poking. Knocking in the ribs and saying, I heard it once again. The door squeaked. What, you want me to go and oil it now? There is a bigger problem. This is not the time to oil the hinges in the door. There is a much bigger problem. The biggest problem right now is this soil degradation. Yes, there is carbon in the air. Well, they're telling you just 1 week of lockdown, it's gone almost, everything is fine. So those things will fix themselves very quickly. But if you damage the soil, it will take a century or 2 centuries to bring it back.
So jugada